Uh-oh, we got the wood grain. What's going on, folks? Rich from SmartPhoneNation.com. And you know when you see wood grain, it's either time for an unboxing or a review. And today I got a really kind of different product. Not that it's a rare product, it's a dime a dozen kind of thing. But it's not about a tablet or a smartphone, but it does affect your smartphone because it's a good, healthy alternative to it. Now, show of hands, how many people use their smartphones at the gym? Here's my fat candy corn fingered hand. I do. How many people feel awkward using it because they're afraid they're either going to sweat on it or break their smartphone while they're at the gym with their large ass cheeks when they sit down? That would be me. Who out here tried to look for a cheap MP3 player, but they're all god-awful with horrible user interfaces that are about as convenient as taking a turntable and headbutting it hoping that the needle lands on the song you want to hear? I've tried a billion of them. That would be me. Well, finally, after trying 8 billion different budget MP3 players, I found one that is just insanely delicious. And I had its older brother before. This is the Sansa Clip Zip. Yes, I'm serious. This is what it's called. This is the newer one. And not only does it actually have a decent user interface, it comes with a ton of features, and it's pretty much seamless with iTunes. Yes, you heard me right. This works pretty much perfectly with iTunes. Even the older DRM music, I'll do a demonstration later. You just got to drag it over, it converts it on the fly, and boom, it's on here. It's really actually pretty amazing. A couple things to go over before I give you a tour of the unit. It works with all of the big formats out there, not just MP3. Works with WMA, secure WMA, Ogg Vorbis, and for all you guys who are fish heads and Bob Dylan heads, it also works with FLAC and audiobooks. So if there's a format out there, it's going to work with it. So that's a good thing too, but we'll take a look around this too. This only comes with 4 gigabytes of memory inside. Okay, that's pretty crappy, but if you look here, it gives you a SDHC slot, which could go up to 32 gigabytes. So you could get a hell of a lot more storage, and you could find, God, on Amazon.com, you could find a 32 gigabyte micro SD card for like 17 bucks. So you could have 36 gigabytes of storage on this thing. All right, there's your volume rocker here. There is your forward, back, play, pause, menu button, enter button, and back button here. That's the thing about this. I'm going to show you in a second. It actually has a decent user interface. It's pretty much almost as good as like the Nano iPods, at least, you know, the fairly recent ones I tried. There's your headphone jack, your clip back here. And what else does it come with first before I put it on and go around the unit and show you what I like and dislike about it? Comes with a very short micro USB cable. You're probably like, oh my God, that's it, I'm not buying. Who wants something that's so short? You know what? This thing, like, feathers way more than it. It weighs nothing. It's not going to put any stress on your USB port of your computer. At first I thought the same thing about the length, but it works fine. And like it does, there's this thing weighs nothing. Comes with god-awful earbud headphones, which you can give to your dog as a chew toy. They're worthless. That was them falling on the floor. And it comes with, I think, what audio software does it come with?
Oh, brain fart.
Rhapsody. It comes with Rhapsody. I had to go look that one up. But honestly, this just works right. You could just drag and drop files from iTunes, from Amazon, from anywhere. Just use it. It just acts like a USB drive. You drop your MP3s or whatever format audio you have on there, and it just works. So honestly, who really cares about that? But anyway, I'm going to power this on now, give you a little tutorial on here, give you a look around. Now the big thing that I don't like about it, the screen. Now the older Sansa Clip actually had a blue and yellow OLED screen. I love that thing. I had one of them, and then I decided to put it in I decided to leave it in my pocket and put it in the washer machine. And I thought that was a bright idea. Yeah, it ended up killing it. Now, for some reason, Sansa went to a color screen. And you know what's, you know, SanDisk or Sansa, whatever. Why? It's more, I mean, it's okay. It's just more washed out. It doesn't look as good. You know, it doesn't, as you see, it's readable, but when you go into the daylight with this, it just is tough to see things on the screen, whereas the older Sansa clip with the OLED screen that was only 2 colors, everything was bright and you saw everything clear as crystal no matter what the light settings were. This, it just was unnecessary. You know, it's not 2003 anymore. Color isn't that big of a deal. But I'll show you some of the features it has. And this is the music. I'll show you how easy it is to get to a song. Okay, so say, you know, it has genres, as I'm tripping up here. It has play all, so you can play every single song you have in here. Recently added artists, albums. I love the recently added because, you know, how many times, say especially, you know, I've had iPods, I've had other, you know, large storage MP3 players, and you were like, you're in a rush, so you drag and drop a whole bunch of songs, and then you're like, damn it, what did I just add to my iPod or MP3 player? And it'll show you. Hey, you added Skyfall, you added You Love by Jay Dilla, you added Gun Check by Alchemist, and you know, oh cool, those are the songs I just added. But again, you know, let's go to an album here, and I want to hear whatchamacallit by Get You Some by Busta Rhymes. I had to think of that for a second. Boom, you're right there. How many cheap MP3 players I used? It's like, it feels like it takes a month to get to a song. You know, you want to think of an artist. I'm like, damn, who the hell is the artist? I want to go to, oh yeah, I put that song up by Alchemist, and there's Gun Check by Alchemist. You know, so borderline Apple-esque user interface. It's, I mean, Apple, these, you know, still the old school Apple classic iPods to me are my personal favorite with, if you want to have a straight up MP3 player. But this is a damn close second, okay? Also to music, you go through folders, all different kinds of way to find your music, and everything's only a couple clicks away. They did a real good job, especially for the prices thing, which goes for $39, averages about $39.99 US dollars. Very easy to find your way around. Radio on here sucks. It's, I mean, it's not the worst I've heard on these. I mean, it's just, I mean, you're not buying this. I'm personally not buying it to listen to the radio on. You could get stations, but if you think you're getting something from far away, it ain't happening. And the sound quality is meh on it. But once again, it's 2013. I could care about getting radio stations, but it's a nice feature. You could listen to audiobooks on here. It wasn't what I bought it for. Haven't tried that out, but if you want to, I'm sure it's fine. Voice recording is actually a pretty cool feature. You record, like, so say if you're out somewhere, you wonder, you know, you saw an address or something, you could jot it down real quick, and boom, there you go. It works pretty well. You know, I'll record something now. Maybe I'll kind of splice it and edit it, and you can hear what it sounds like. And it goes right back. Wish it gave you a little more time. My name is Rich, and I have a great chest. Yes, I'll save the recording. You hit save the recording, recording saved. We're going to move on. I might play that in the video. It's audible, and it's a voice recorder. It actually has decent quality. A cool thing I forgot to actually mention about the FM radio, this is actually pretty sweet. What you can do is say 104.7, because I was just testing it out. You could go to your menu down here, and you could actually record what's playing on the radio. Now, obviously, for copyright reasons, I can't demonstrate this, which sucks, but sound quality is okay. It kind of sounds like if you were, you know, it was 1994 and you had a decent tape deck and you were recording on a normal bias tape, which isn't amazing, but for, you know, if you want to record a song on the fly so you can listen to it at the gym or if you're jogging and you had heard it on the radio, one click away you could record it. No, I don't want to save it. But decent quality on there, and that was kind of a nice little surprise. Now let's keep going here. Radio, books, voice, card. You know, you can go in here. No card is inserted, but if you inserted it, you could format it, search through songs on there. Nice thing too is that the Sansa clips, when you have a card, an SD card in there, a micro SD card, I'll show you sport in a second, it incorporates all the songs together, so it's not like you have to go to a separate folder or file to look at the SDHC, the music you have on there. It just incorporates the music, the internal storage and the SD storage together, and it's seamless, which is nice. Sport is new timer, and it's a stopwatch. Whoopee. Maybe some people will get some use out of that, you know, but I don't care about that. Settings, you can go into settings. Let's take a look. System settings, music options. You could do repeat, which I like. Sometimes I get a new song, I just want to hear it over and over again. You could do shuffle. audiobook options. You can do podcasts on here too, which is nice. So you get podcasts from iTunes, it'll work with that. Radio options, U.S. region, you could change the region, and you could do stereo or mono. Because mono, you could have if you have a low quality signal for a station, mono comes in better. So nothing really too special there. But the thing I'm going to show you, and this is what blew my mind with this, a lot of people shy away from these because it was the iPod and iTunes that really they still do have a monopoly on the MP3 market, and nothing else really works well with iTunes. I'm going to show you now how damn easy it is to just take a song from iTunes and just drag it and drop it onto your iPod or onto your SanDisk. Excuse me. iPod is on the brain right now. So I'm going to show you right now, do a tutorial, I'm going to capture my screen and show you it takes seconds to drag and drop even a DRM encoded song from iTunes onto the Sansa clip. Let's go take a look. Okay, so I have the Sansa clip, zip, drip, flip plugged into the USB port of my computer. You're seeing that right here. Over here you are seeing iTunes, and I just got this song from T.I. and I want to transfer it over to the Sansa clip. So I'll just go here, pop this open, double click on it. That's the Sansa down here. I double clicked on that. We'll go to music, and there is all my music. So I'm going to now right click on the song I want from iTunes. We're going to go to show in Windows Explorer. I'm going to right click on it. You can drag it into if you want to, but I'm going to right click on it and then click copy. Go back to the Sansa clip folder, music folder I should say. Right click on it, click paste. Now it's going to ask me a question. Do you want to convert this song before it's copied to your device? Now, even though most of the stuff, everything from iTunes does not have DRM on it anymore, I would say yes, convert and copy. It doesn't change the audio quality at all, and if you get something that you're not sure if it has DRM from iTunes on it, it strips it of the DRM and dumps it onto your Sansa. And honestly, as it's transferring the song to the Sansa, it's converting it. It's not like it's an extra step. It's going to take more time. So yeah, I'm going to click yes, convert and copy. Okay, and there we go. And in like 3 more seconds, it's going to be on the Sansa clip. That's it. That's all you have to do. So if you're shying away, you don't like using your cell phone or your iPhone, and you're shying away from getting an MP3 player because the cheap ones you think are terrible, and it kind of defeats the purpose to go out $150 to go out and get a $150 iPod because it's expensive. So what's the point of getting it? Here is a MP3 player not made by Apple that works pretty much seamlessly with iTunes. Problem solved. Dilemma alleviated. Can't think of anything else witty. It works with 2 mouse clicks, and then boom, your song from iTunes that you purchased will be in the Sansa clip. It's that simple. I'm going to shut up now and bring this review home and give you my final thoughts. So final verdict time, kids. What do I think of the Sansa clip zip? I think minus the very mediocre color screen, everything else about this thing is phenomenal. Very intuitive, very easy to use. While you're working out, it's quick and simple to get to a song. Awesome, good amount of volume and excellent, clean sound quality. So you don't have to worry about, a lot of times these cheap MP3 players, you can't get a lot of volume out of them. This one you can. Easy to get your songs from popular places like iTunes onto it with virtually no effort. For this price range, this is like the top dog king. It'll take a lot for something to take the SanDisk Sansa clip crown. I cannot recommend this enough. Anyway, this is Rich from SmartPhoneNation.com. Make sure you check out Tony and I's other partner channels, ReviewTechUSA.com and ClassicLead.com. They'll be below in the description. And thank you for supporting Smartphone Nation. Have a good one, folks. And buy this. I can't recommend it enough. Please run and get it now. Okay, I'll shut up now. I'm done.